Best questions to ask in Truth or Dare. It's time to help a lover out. Kindly give this video a like and subscribe for more videos like this. Truth or Dare is the classic party game of embarrassment. A group of people take turns asking each other truth or dare. When someone chooses truth, they must answer the question truthfully regardless of how embarrassing it is. When someone chooses dare, they are given a task to complete. If they don't like the first dare, they can choose to be given another dare, but they must complete the second dare. You cannot dare someone to answer a question. Truth or dare, questions list. Time to find out more about your friends. Here is our list of truth or dare questions. 1. What are your top 3 turn-ons? Always a fun one that leads to some interesting revelations, especially if they are very honest. 2. What is your deepest, darkest fear? Often a mixed bag, depending on the person. It can be interesting, funny, or downright depressing. 3. Tell me about your first kiss. Sometimes it's romantic and cute, but the vast majority of times it's embarrassing, especially once you start digging into the details. 4. Who is the sexiest person here? Will it be you? Or at least someone you can tease them about? A lot less fun with couples because they inevitably pick each other. 5. What is your biggest regret? Usually brings out a good answer. Sometimes it can get a bit dark, but usually this is a solid one. 6. Who here has the nicest butt? Often this leads to an impromptu butt inspection where everyone is lined up and inspected. 7. Who is your crush? A fun one to ask, especially if it turns out to be someone the group knows. 8. Who was the last person you licked? With couples playing, this one isn't as interesting as it could be. 9. Have you ever cheated or been cheated on? So, you have to judge the room and person on this one, because it can be juicy and interesting or really depressing depending on the answer. 10. Tell me about your most awkward date. Now this one almost always leads to some hilarious and cringeworthy stories. 11. Have you ever made out with someone here? If you have couples or people who used to date, skip this one. But if not, it can sometimes lead to a surprising answer. 12. What are you most self-conscious about? Depending on the person, this can lead to some surprising answers. Just don't tease them too badly about it when you find out. 13. When was the last time you peed in bed? It's probably going to be when they were a kid, but you never know, it might be more recent. 14. What is the biggest lie you have ever told? There is no telling what this question will draw out. Will it be hilarious, embarrassing, tragic? Who knows? 15. What is the most embarrassing picture of you? The next thing to find out is where that picture is. On their phone? On their friend's phone? Because you have to look at it now that you know about it. 16. Who is the person you most regret kissing? There is probably a good story behind their answer to this one. There is definitely some cringeworthy material to be found with this question. 17. Tell us your most embarrassing vomit story. If you and your friends are in college, there is definitely a great story behind this one. If people drink a lot, they are bound to throw up in some hilariously inappropriate locations. 18. What is the naughtiest thing you've done in public? This can be taken in a couple of different ways and all of them are fun. Enjoy. 19. What do most people think is true about you, but isn't? Time to set the record straight, find out something more about them, whether it's something serious or something fun. It's always good to know more about your friends. 20. What is the biggest thing you've gotten away with? The heist of the century? Probably not, there is a good chance it's just shoplifting or sneaking out. But who knows, you might find out something entertaining. 21. What would you do if you were the opposite sex for a month? This almost always leads to some hilarious answers. Sometimes it's a bit creepy, but usually hilarious. 22. What is the most expensive thing you have stolen? If the person says something along the lines of person's name, *heart, then you automatically get to give them a dare. 23. What is the most childish thing you still do? Can be cute but usually is pretty funny, and you get something to tease them about. 24. What's the worst time you let someone take the blame for something you did? If they have a brother or sister, they might have a hard time picking just one time. 25. What is something your friends would never expect that you do? Will it be something embarrassing, creepy, or something totally out of left field? Time to find out. 26. Who here would you most like to make out with? Always a good one to ask. Just remember, depending on how interested you are in the person, this one could be a double-edged sword. 27. What lie have you told that hurt someone? This one could get a bit dark, but what is truth or dare for if not for finding out secrets they would prefer to keep hidden? 28. What is the meanest you have been to someone that didn't deserve it? Another one that can get a bit dark. But it might be a good thing to know about your friend. How cruel are they really? 29. What is something that people think you would never be into, but you are? So many different directions this on could go in. Some way more fun and embarrassing than others. 30. What was the worst encounter you had with a police officer? So yeah, another one that could be a great story or one that could get really dark really quickly. Ask this question with care. 31. What is the silliest thing you have an emotional attachment to? Is it a stuffed animal from childhood? A favorite toy? Perhaps a souvenir from a trip? One of the tamer questions, but can still be a good one. 32. Where is the strangest place you have peed? Man or woman, we have all peed in weird places. Time to hear their story. 33. Have you ever crapped your pants since you were a child? Continuing on with the toilet humor, who doesn't love a good, whoops I crapped my pants story? 34. What is the most embarrassing thing your parents have caught you doing? Probably going to be something sexual, but who knows, could be something even more bizarre. 35. What secret about yourself did you tell someone in confidence and then they told a lot of other people? Yeah, we've all had that friend that you can't tell anything to. And now you get to hear their story about how they learned that friend can't be trusted with secrets. 36. When was the most inappropriate time you farted? More toilet humor. Who doesn't love embarrassing stories? It makes you feel better about your own mistimed flatulence. 37. What is the scariest dream you have ever had? Lots of people don't like hearing about other people's dreams. So, if you are one of those people, you might want to give this question a pass. 38. What is the most embarrassing thing in your room? What are they hiding in there? Time to find out. 39. Why did you break up with your last boyfriend or girlfriend? Can be heartbreaking, funny, embarrassing, or just depressing. Still, it's probably a good story. 40. What is the stupidest thing you have ever done? Give them time to think. They, like all of us, have done a lot of stupid things. 41. What is the grossest thing that has come out of your body? Gross medical story. Everyone gather round and prepare to be seriously grossed out. 42. What is your favorite thing that your boyfriend or girlfriend does? Will it be romantic? Will it be sexual? Or will it just be something cute? Let's hope it's at least interesting. 43. What terrible thing have you done that you lied to cover up? Time to find out what skeletons they have in their closet. 44. Who have you loved but they didn't love you back? This is a good one for when you are in that let's find out about each other stage of truth or dare, but perhaps not when it's more of a party atmosphere. 45. What is something that you have never told anyone? In hindsight, this one probably should be higher in the list. It gets some really good answers. But hey, I have to save some good ones for the middle of the list. 46. What is the most disgusting habit you have? We all have some gross habits, and if they say they don't have any, they are lying and need to be punished with a dare. 47. What pictures or videos of you do you wish didn't exist? And of course, you have to see them. That's just part of the question. Embarrassing photos and videos need to be seen. 48. What was the cruelest joke you played on someone? Will it be funny or tragic? There's a good chance it's tragic. So just be ready. 49. What is the most embarrassing thing you have put up on social media? My guess is that is from when they were younger and falls on the cringe spectrum. But who knows, it might be something more recent. 50. What horrible thing have you done that no one else found out about? Time to find out where the bodies are buried. I mean, the metaphorical bodies. I hope they aren't real bodies. Finding out your friend is murderer would probably put a damper on the party. 51. What was the most awkward romantic encounter you have had? While love, lust, and romance are great, they can really lead to some sticky situations. Pardon the pun. 52. What is the grossest thing you have had in your mouth? Probably it was something they didn't realize it was gross until it was too late. Or maybe they just nasty. Either way, probably going to be fun to hear. 53. Tell me about the last time someone unexpectedly walked in on you while you were naked. Might be a somewhat interesting story, might be a very interesting story. You'll have to ask to find out. 54. What is the most embarrassing nickname you have ever had? R. Childhood bullying and teasing, we've all been through it and all carry some scars from it. Now you can decide if you want to open up some of their old wounds or not. 55. What is the most embarrassing series of texts you have on your phone? Always a good one to bust out. I'm sure they have some kind of embarrassing text messages on their phone. Whether it be embarrassing for them or for the other person, it'll be fun for the group. 56. Describe your most recent romantic encounter in detail. This can get doubly uncomfortable if there is a couple playing the game. Two birds with one stone. 57. What is the weirdest thing you have done for a boyfriend or girlfriend? This question is a grab bag. Who knows what weird thing this question drag out. 58. Is it true that you, whatever you or the group suspects they did? Really wondering if they did that thing you think they did? This is the question for you. 59. When was the last time you wiped a booger off on something that shouldn't have boogers on it? If you are thinking, what's wrong with wiping boogers off on random places? This probably isn't a question you should pick. 60. What do you really hope your parents never find out about? What are they hiding from their parents? Find out with this question. 61. Tell me something you don't want me to know. Depending on how truthful the person is, you can get some really good answers with this one. 62. What have you done that people here would judge you most for doing? Everyone get their gavels or pitchforks and prepare to pass judgment. 63. If you starred in a romance, what would it be like? If they are creative, you can get some really buck wild answers from this question. Truth or dare? Dares list, and when they don't want to tell you the truth, we've got this lovely list of dares for you. 1. Serenade the person to your right. Be as animated as possible. Falling to your knees, arms gesturing wildly, make sure to go over the top and then some. 2. Talk in an accent for the next 3 rounds. The hard part isn't the accent, it's remembering to keep up the accent for the whole 3 rounds. Feel free to impose a penalty if they don't make it. 3. Kiss the person to your left. The type of kiss will vary a lot depending on what type of party it is. Do what feels right. 4. Attempt to do a magic trick. It's especially entertaining if the person has never done any magic tricks. 5. Do 4 cartwheels in row. For the love of whoever's house it is, make sure there is enough room for 4 cartwheels. 6. Let someone shave part of your body. Okay, so if you want to be nice, you can let them choose. But warn them, if it's not acceptably humorous, then the group will decide. 7. Eat 5 tablespoons of a condiment. Let them choose the condiment. Whatever condiment they choose will probably still be pretty enjoyable to watch. 8. Be someone's pet for the next 5 minutes. This one is a bit on the weirder side, so feel free to give it a miss. But if the pet and owner get into it, it can be quite funny. 9. Attempt to break dance for 30 seconds. Oddly enough, this one might be the one that gets people injured the most. So, limber up and be careful. Wrists are fragile things, and people believe they can do a lot more than they actually can. 10. Let the group give you a new hairstyle. So, let the person decide if cutting, shaving is an option. Much hilarity can be had with hair gel or hairspray. But if there isn't any of that available, honey or perhaps mayo might do interesting things with hair. 11. Do the worm. Everyone knows the worm. Very few people can do it. Always entertaining to see people fail at doing it. 12. Curse like sailor for 20 seconds straight. Usually best saved for the more reserved and innocent of the group. 13. Sniff the armpits of everyone in the room. Sure, it's gross. But it's truth or dare, what do you expect? Just hope that everyone in your group has good hygiene habits. 14. Dance to a song of the group's choosing. One of the more light-hearted and easy tasks. Just make sure they dance through the whole thing. 15. Take a shower with your clothes on. Make sure to take out your keys and cell phone. 16. Break 2 eggs on your head. Sure, you might expect an egg joke here, but we are way too classy for that. We like to defy expectations. 17. Do your best impression of a baby being born. This one can be really great if you've got a theater major in the group or someone who likes performing. 18. Belly dance like your life depended on it. Music helps. Why would your life depend on belly dancing? Who knows, weirder things have happened. 19. Put 4 ice cubes down your pants. Make sure to spread them out a bit for maximum jiggling around effect. 20. Lick the floor. Time to kick that immune system up a notch. The gross factor on this one varies greatly depending on how clean the host is. 21. For a guy, put on makeup. For a girl, wash off your makeup. This is always a fun one, make sure they keep it on or off for the whole game. 22. Dance with no music for 1 minute. Again, it helps if you give this on to someone in the group who likes being the center of attention. 23. Try to drink a glass water while standing on your hands. Of course, they'll need a bit of help with the water, but I'm sure someone from the group will be more than happy to give them a helping hand. 24. Let the group pose you in an embarrassing position and take a picture. How good this one turns out depends entirely on how creative the group is. 25. Play a song on by slapping your butt cheeks till someone guesses the song. Sure, it's a lot easier to guess if it's simple, but it can be a lot more fun if they go for something a little more complex. 26. Give someone your phone and let them send one text to anyone in your contacts. So, this one can be dangerous. Don't send any life-destroying texts, it's just a game after all. 27. Depict a human life through interpretive dance. Similar to the giving birth one, make sure to give this one to one of the more animated people in your group for maximum entertainment. 28. Drink a small cup or shot of a concoction that the group makes. Don't make anything that might cause bodily harm. No visits to the emergency room. Seriously, stick to condiments. The importance of not poisoning your friends can't be overstated. 29. Write or draw something embarrassing somewhere on your body, that can be hidden with clothing, with a permanent marker. Again, it depends on the creativity of the group for the success of this dare. 30. Make every person in the group smile, keep going until everyone has cracked a smile. I love this one because it leads to increasing levels of hilarity while people try to keep a straight face. Always a good choice. 31. Let the person to your left draw on your face with a pen. No permanent markers for this dare, we are going for mild private humiliation, not public humiliation. 32. Make up a 30-second opera about a person or people in the group and perform it. Bust out your best opera voice, but try not to kill those vocal cords or make the neighbors too angry. 33. Beg and plead the person to your right not to leave you for that other boy or girl. Weeping, gnashing of teeth, and wailing is encouraged. Doesn't matter if they are a couple or not, this one is always a blast to watch. 34. Do push-ups until you can't do any more, wait 5 seconds, and then do one more. Who knew truth or dare could be a good workout as well? 35. Sell a piece trash to someone in the group. Use your best salesmanship. Creativity makes this one great or fall flat on its face, so choose your victim wisely. 36. Let the group look through your phone for 1 minute. Oh, this one can be dangerous. Let the treasure hunt begin. Will you find something hugely embarrassing or come up with nothing? Only one way to find out. 37. Switch clothes with someone of the opposite sex in the group for 3 rounds. No need to strip down in front of everyone, you can always strip down in separate rooms with an intermediary passing clothes back and forth. Whatever everyone is comfortable with. 38. Imitate a celebrity every time you talk for 3 minutes. Either have the group choose the celebrity or let them pick so you can get their best impression. 39. Try to juggle 2 or 3 items of the group's choosing. Remember the number 1 rule, no one goes to the So, no chainsaws or anything like that. 40. Stick your arm into the trash can past your elbow. For some this one will be no problem, so for maximum effect save this one for one of your friends who is especially germophobic. 41. Walk on your hands from one side of the room to the other. You can ask someone to hold your legs if necessary. I know I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Try not to get any permanent injuries or break a bunch of stuff in your host's place. 42. Gargle something that shouldn't be gargled but won't hurt you. Emphasis on the won't hurt you. May I suggest some mayo or perhaps some sriracha? 43. Get slapped on the face by the person of your choosing. Your life is your own, but I would recommend choosing the weakest one in the group. You might think your good buddy will go easy on that slap, but there is a good chance they won't. 44. Grab a trash can and make a hoop with your hands above the trash can. Have other members of the group try to shoot trash through your impromptu trashketball hoop. Be the backboard. No bottles or other injury-causing trash should be thrown. Once again, no trips to the hospital please. Also, you might want to figure out some time or trash limit for this one. 45. Spin an imaginary hula hoop around your waist for 3 minutes while the game continues. They got off easy with this dare, so make sure they go full-on hula hoop, no slacking off. 46. Imitate popular YouTube videos until someone can guess the video you are imitating. Also, no talking, basically think YouTube charades. 47. Seduce a member of the same gender in the group. This one can go in a lot of fun directions, especially if some of the group or the dare taker are part of the LGBTQ community. And if you are LGBTQ, don't pick your partner if they are playing the game with you. 48. Compose a poem on the spot based on something the group comes up with. Are you more of a Shakespeare or more of a Robert Frost? 49. Pole dance for 1 minute with an imaginary pole. If you are playing while drinking, this can be pretty hilarious, just don't fall and break yourself or something else. 50. Attempt to walk on your elbows and knees for as far as you can. Might want to give this on a pass if you have a particularly hard floor. 51. Choose someone from the group to give you a spanking. Again, I would recommend choosing wisely, and maybe coming up with a limit. 52. Post an extremely unflattering picture of yourself to the social media outlet of your choosing. Depending on how into social media they are, this could be an easy one for them or a really painful one. 53. Make a funny face and keep making it for 2 minutes while the game continues. You'd be surprised how hard it is to hold some funny faces for a long time. 54. Imagine something in your room. Now spell it with your nose and keep spelling it with your nose until someone from the group guesses what you are trying to spell. Another silly one that is pretty harmless but a lot of fun to watch. 55. After the group chooses one word, sing a song and insert that word once into every line of the song. Remix. Let's see how creative they can get. Hopefully they'll at least try to make it make sense. 56. Drag your butt on the carpet like a dog from one end of the room to the other. Move it Fido. Does anyone really call their dog Fido or Spot or Rover anymore? 57. Open a bag of snacks or candy using only your mouth, no hands or feet. Tricky, but doable, and highly entertaining to watch. But expect a mess. 58. Bend at the waist so that you are looking behind you between your legs. Now run backwards until you can tag someone with your butt. Who doesn't love an impromptu game of butt tag? I don't know why, but this one cracks me up. 59. Make a tea out of something that isn't tea, but is not dangerous or toxic, and drink it. And no, cereal in milk isn't cereal tea. But may I suggest you check out the spice rack, or perhaps they might prefer some Dorito tea. 60. Go to the bathroom, take off your underwear and put it on your head. Wear it on your head for 10 minutes. Let's just hope their underwear isn't too nasty. For their sake and yours. 61. Act like whatever animal someone yells out for the next 1 minute. Depending on the enthusiasm of the person doing the dare, this can lead to a good amount of cardio. 62. Eat 1 teaspoon of the spiciest thing you have in the kitchen. This one depends a lot on how much the host likes spicy stuff. Don't forget to film their reaction for posterity. 63. Transfer an ice cube from the person on the right's mouth to yours. If one or both isn't into mouth-to-mouth contact, there is also the artillery approach. 64. Call the 7th contact in your phone and sing them 30 seconds of a song that the group chooses. Another roll of the dice. Who is that 7th contact? A friend? A family member? A restaurant? 65. No talking. Pretend to be a food. Don't pretend to eat the food, pretend to be the food. Keep pretending until someone in the group guesses the food you are. Probably one of the more ridiculous ones on the list, but it can be fun. 66. Drop something in the toilet and then reach in to get it. Perfect for germaphobes. How clean is the host's toilet? Time to find out. 67. Find the person whose first name has the same letter as your first name, or whoever's first name's first letter is closest to yours. Now lick their face or let them lick your face, their choice. Not sure who is worse off, the licker or the licky, but definitely no winners here. 68. Sit in a spinning chair and have the group spin you for 30 seconds. Might help to hold a trash can just in case. For some it will be fun and for some sickening, but make sure they don't go through any coffee tables when they stand up. 69. Jump up and down as high as you can go for a full minute. More cardio. Don't let them slack off. 70. Let two people give you a wet willy at the same time. I'm sure somewhere there is a person who likes wet willies, but I've never met anyone who has. Time to get wet in willy. 71. Sing a praise song about a person of the group's choosing. Nothing like a good ballad, and if you can give the person some music, all the better. What are some great questions you've asked a guy? Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe so I can continue making videos like this for you.